dumb American, arrogant, throwing fits, ripping shit, tearing it, imperative. Then I'm killing this mic no matter where I live. These derelict rappers acting a fool, this embarrassing is flagrant. That's the nature of this entertainment, and we can't even change it. Guilty before arraignment, now the system tainted. But when we speak, they all laugh at us. And y'all wonder why I'm lacking trust. Try to fight a giant with attorneys that can back them up. That's church versus science, both sides start acting up. I'm late on my assignment, hopping up a mile high, climbing, obviously never silent. New alignment, I'm defined, cannot describe it. Used to describe it as a young graffiti artist. Before the beard, I always got carded. At every bar, even though my bar's been the hardest. The scars on my face, and I ain't always been the smartest. But I'll show you where my heart is. I said I'll show you where my heart is. I can show you where my heart's at. See it on my sleeve, even if the beat stops my soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fabulous Tuesday evening with Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. Hanging with the fellas, Pinky, Robert, back from vacation. How we doing?
I don't want to be back from vacation, but I'm here.
Don't want to be back. Wanted to stay on vacation. Work is for the birds.
Yeah. Well, okay then. That sounds about right.
But otherwise, we're fantastic. Seattle was amazing. Loved every minute of it. No bad time was had. Lots of great stories and memories were made and will be told in the future. It was just awesome. So yeah, it was. I'm really glad we got to do that. And then, of course, seeing just the Seahawks decimate in the first quarter was awesome.
Well, we'll get your guys' quick recap on the weekend here in a moment. I know we got a lot to discuss tonight. Pinky, you're going to have to guide us because I totally am drawing a blank on the complete rundown here. But I know we got a lot of NFL. We've got F1 was chaotic beyond. That's going to be fun. And then the things that are coming out over the last couple of days since then, bonkers.
I can't hold it. It's so bad.
I don't even think we had college to discuss college football this week, or maybe we did. I don't remember that. There's a whole nother ball of wax to unload there, and there's a lot to discuss tonight. So to start jumping into it and kind of run through, and then whatever nonsense Robert has for us this fine evening to discuss and run through, we've got that as well. So without further ado, fellas, please get us going this evening with a recap of the Seattle trip, your thoughts, the 12th man, the market, all the good stuff that comes with it, and let it lead into the NFL weekend that was.
Pinky, I'll let you start, man.
You know what? You're a newbie to this, Robert. So you start, buddy.
All right. So this was my first ever stadium tour in my life. So I out of all the football stadiums, baseball stadiums, this was the actual first tour I got to do. Learned a lot. I have a lot of respect for what Seattle has done with that stadium and how they have everything set up. I think one of the coolest moments was seeing the wall of football and all the helmets, and I think what it was 110. Pinky, do you remember by chance?
Oh no, it was
ridiculous.
200 or 300 helmets on the wall.
Yeah, and this was that was just in the state of Washington itself. Had every single football team. They're still updating decals and things for schools, but that was pretty unique. To get
Where do they stop? High school, middle school?
High school.
So every high school and college, and then the Seahawks obviously are represented on the wall? Yep. That's cool.
Yeah, so Denver does the same thing. They've got all the helmets. They just Seattle's was cool because it was a really big football that then had the helmets, and then the middle, I can't remember what it said. The land of football, I think is maybe what it said.
I think so.
And it had a steel beam that was from melted metal from the old stadium, from the King Dome. And they used that to make it. It was really cool. The stadium, they've got a lot of cool innovation stuff. They try to do something new every year.
The state of football. But I know it's not the greatest picture, but kind of get an idea of representation. It's massive. I mean, it's huge. So that was really cool. And I was there with my brother Sean. Who's like for Pinky it's his Andy. He's my Andy. So getting to do that with him and his girlfriend was great. Learn again, like I said, even got the an unofficial tour of what FIFA is going to be doing for the World Cup, since they're going to be hosting in there was 30,000 square mile of cable. They're going to have to shut down the stadium after the football season, I think she said for 3 months, to accommodate FIFA and everything that they will be doing, to add an additional 10,000 square miles of cable. It's absolutely insane.
For the international broadcasts and everything else that goes with that, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
So absolutely insane. Definitely
FIFA is also making them remove all Lumen Field.
Yep. They have to remove every single advertisement and association. It'll just be the Seattle Stadium. Because per FIFA, you pay to have your name represented on any advertisement. So they have to remove everything.
Yeah, I told FIFA to kick rocks on that, but okay.
So which means that's not just for Seattle. That's also going to be for Dallas. That's going to be for Kansas City. That's for any major stadium that has any marketing representation will have to be removed unless you have paid FIFA to have your name there. So pretty crazy. Definitely not something that I was made aware of from before. So love that. Saturday or Friday, excuse me, got to do the Pike Market, which, I mean, Pinky, that was awesome. The Pike Market was cool.
Your Make-A-Wish moment.
My Make-A-Wish moment, as Greg called it on the socials, was we just were chatting it up with one of the workers there. His one of it, was it his mom or some close
mom and dad, yeah,
lived in Florissant. So kind of cool, small world. And then as we were getting our souvenirs and stuff, he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to catch and throw a fish?" And I'm like, "Well, is the Pope Catholic?" Like, "Yeah, let's do this, man. Like, this is a Seattle thing." So getting to do that was awesome. That was definitely the best part of my trip for sure, because now I get to say that, hey, I've gotten to throw and catch a fish.
It was pretty awesome. Market. The catch was beautiful as well.
The throw was short. But
we're going to give him grace on that, though, because that's a heavy fish.
Yeah. Oh, and the distance, like,
and when
really
you're chucking it, you don't know how much you really got to put on it.
See, I wouldn't even say any of that was the issue. And again, if we're just talking facts, my guy, based on what I saw, that counter was a little bit too high for you to be able to do.
Guy. So no, I'm proud of my accomplishment.
Yeah, like I kept watching that going, man. That underhand's going to be tough to get the. He can't just. Yeah. He's got to come up. He's got. So it was valid. It was a valid effort.
Thank you.
And you still hit ice.
I still hit ice. Like
it hit ice.
Again.
Yeah, you didn't throw it on the ground or anything.
No, I cleared it. I just needed a little.
In your defense, you should have taken a step or two back.
Yeah.
And thrown it further, allowing the angle to be more within.
Physics,
but it was good. I've seen people fail at that. You passed, my guy, for sure.
So, no, that was awesome. The seafood that we had that evening was also top notch. I did a crab boil basically, and I mean, I ate every bit of fish that was on that table. You can ask me. I mean, I'm not a big person, but I powered through and ate every ounce of fish that was there. It was so good. Getting to do the Ferris wheel to see the Seattle skyline at night was absolutely amazing. The lighting was just perfect. The weather was awesome. So got a lot of pictures from that.
All the rain went away Thursday. So Friday, man, blue skies. Mount Rainier was out in her glory. The Seattle skyline was gorgeous. It was fantastic, man. I gotta say, like, this was probably our best trip so far. Everything was perfect from the family that was with us. Unfortunately, one of our folks that was supposed to come had his flight canceled and wasn't able to get rebooked. My son had his flight canceled, but he jumped on rebooking right away, so he was able to get a flight out just a little bit later and still make it. But it just a perfect trip, man. And getting to game day. Oh, we got to talk. Saw my first rugby match.
I was hoping you were gonna bring that up.
I am fully on board. That's not a sport for me. I would never play that sport. I think about it. It looks fun. I'm like, that kind of looks fun. I feel like I could get in the mix. I'm a bigger guy. And then I see one of those Samoan guys, and I'm like, no, I'm out. Those Polynesian guys, I'm out. I'm out, done.
And the funny part about this is, so we went there specifically because my brother Sean is in a semi-pro rugby league in Tacoma, Washington.
He's a big dude. It makes sense.
Yeah, he's a big dude, and he's one of the smallest dudes on the team. Like,
yeah,
me,
I mean, but
he's a big guy. But
what is he? 6'2"?
6'2.5", maybe 3, 6'3".
Yeah, he's not like a stick. He's I just wouldn't say he's like bulked up by any means, but
right, he's got a little bit behind him.
He's okay. So did they win?
No,
no, they got just decimated. It was bad. No, even Sean was like, yeah, that was brutal.
We were like, wait, is that supposed to happen? Are they supposed to get the ball across the goal? Yeah. They're not even on the other side of the field yet.
Yeah.
By the end of the match, did you guys have any idea what was going on, or was it just
had a decent idea? It was kind of after a little while, you kind of pick up on it. The ball can only hit the ground so much before it's dead. The team gets the ball and then they kind of hike it. They do the scrum, so they kind of hike it back, and then you got to try to advance it from there. And then there's if you get close enough and you can't make it, you can kick the ball for 2 points.
Is this like standard rugby rules or Australian? Do you know the standard?
I don't know the difference.
I don't know what the difference is. I just know there's a difference.
To my understanding, they were standard rules, but I will certainly ask him and see. But
I want to learn rugby so bad. I always have. There's a lot of it that I absolutely love. I just don't know what I'm watching.
In one of our off times, Sean has absolutely volunteered to come on and talk rugby. So he's there for it. So we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'd love to learn. I'd love to learn that.
Yeah, I will get with him. I mean, obviously, it'll probably have to be after football season, for sure, unless we figure something out. But
no, that's an off season so that we can spend some time, because I'm gonna have a lot of questions.
Yeah,
a lot of questions.
We'll make a special episode, rugby edition, whatever we want to call it, and then we'll have Sean on, and it'll be a good time for sure. So
reach out to him and find out if there's any like big rugby events coming up that'll be like televised that we can then get behind to promote and watch and learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was.
Otherwise, just trying to find a rugby match to view is not the easiest thing.
Not at all.
So,
unless
I
it's
can tell the strategy. Big guys in the middle, fast guys on the outside. Because the whole game is to get that pitch and get it at such an angle that, boom, guy's gone. So
the lateral game, it's really what it is. The lateral game and go.
I don't know if Sean will listen to this, but thank you, Sean, for showing us rugby, having a good time. Hopefully next time there's a park with a bathroom. Like that we can't hang out and drink beers and have no bathroom nearby. Like that's just not an option.
I mean, look, in fairness though, if we're being honest about it, you're a man, so it shouldn't really be much of an issue.
So.
Well, there is still public intoxication, peeing in public. If a child sees you, you're a sex offender.
Well, so, I know the situations that can. Yeah, I'm well aware of all those things. I think every man is. I'm just saying, like, if you're peeing right on the sideline, then there's a problem. I'm pretty sure you could duck and cover somewhere and be all right.
They kept telling us to do that. So I mean, like, So anyway.
Also, rugby people are a different breed of people.
Oh yeah. And which, by the way, shout out to Sean's girl Zoe for making some of the best apple pie I've ever had. It was fantastic. So,
that was pretty good apple pie.
When you have people that have to eat as much as they do, they make pretty good food. So like, it's awesome.
She's very much an enabler. She was like, Pinky, drink another beer. Yeah. Pinky, drink another beer. I was like, it's cold and I can't pee anywhere. And
so no, we all had a great time watching rugby. I'm glad Pinky enjoyed it. I loved it.
Fantastic people. Zoe and Sean are good people.
got to do one of my big things whenever I go to a city. I always try to find some, movie that I really enjoy. Maybe there's a filming location. I got to go to the high school where 10 Things I Hate About You was filmed. So Pinky, I
Oh,
appreciate you
cool.
doing that.
That's a
So-
big ass school.
Oh, it's massive. I mean, I didn't get to do a whole tour or anything. It was really like, hey, we got to get back, but here, hop out, get some pictures, let's go. So, but I still got to see it. Got to see the field where he does the whole song and dance. So, R.I.P. Heath Ledger. That's one of my favorite movies. So, but yeah, Saturday again, had a great time with that. Cannot thank Pinky enough for accommodating and getting to spend time with family. So again, appreciate you, man.
What is that? The Tale of the Shrew, right?
Yep, exactly.
A modern
Great book.
version.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so game day. We gotta wrap this up here to get moving through everything else. But game day, what's it like? What is the actual experience like inside that stadium?
Bro, I can just tell you from the stadium tour,
Yeah, man.
it's loud as hell.
It's crazy.
There was 8 of us on the tour.
15 decibels.
We went to our seats, which are standing seats, which is a whole different experience. And we were at our seats, and she's like, I'm going to say go, or I'm going to say see, and you say Hawks. 8 of us created a gigantic echo. Just 8 of us. Stadium's empty. Now think about the entire stadium.
What's the whole, like 65?
Yeah.
Yeah, something around there. Somewhere in the 60s. But that coverage that they have that's over the upper level seats, that just keeps the sound in. It's loud. It's loud. Now, thankfully, the Seahawks were whooping ass, so I don't think there was that true passion. I did get 1 third down where it got loud, like really loud, but I don't think there was quite that energy because they were already up like 35-7. So when it's a back and forth game, I think the energy would have been higher.
Sure.
Versus us just having fun. But Seahawks fans are they've got a lot to cheer about right now, right? They're a good team. Offense, defense, special teams. They played a complete game against the Cardinals, against a division opponent. It was beautiful. I think I might still give the edge to Saints fans. And maybe that's just because Saints fans brought it.
Is...
Well, they brought it, and their team sucks. So and they were losing. They just fired their coach. They actually won the game that we went to last year. They were bringing it, even though they're a bad team. So
I also know, if there's one thing I know, if you get south of that Mason-Dixon line, football is a different animal, whether you want to believe that or not. And then you put it in a city like New Orleans that just wants to party all the time. Those things combine for a loud atmosphere inside a stadium. I'll let you fill in the blanks for why. But yeah.
That is true. So, Robert, what was your feeling of the crowd?
Oh, man. Everybody had a great time. I mean, they were very friendly. I mean, it was just... the energy was there. The Seahawks fans were probably some of the most passionate that I've seen, but I'm also comparing it to a soccer level, so it's not gonna quite get there. But I mean, I found myself enjoying spending more time with the Seahawks fans than the Broncos game we went to when we saw them play against the Chargers.
Well, they also lost that game, so.
But we also lost, so and PS2 got hurt, so it wasn't a great game anyway. But I had the energy and the vibes, if you will, in the stadium were great.
Broncos fans are passionate. I wouldn't say they're kind.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of the Seattle fans were great.
Now,
when they were walking by. They were always cheering us on and whatever.
We were dressed up as Seahawks fans, though.
We were.
So we were amongst the people. We were wearing the gear. We had our faces painted.
You had your face painted. I did not. I didn't want glitter all over me.
I don't mind a little glitter, baby.
I don't know where you put yours, Pinky, but one of the other cool things, and we had to work. I mean, we had to really work for this, and it's sad we couldn't get everybody. But they do a certificate for your first Seahawks game, and they make it out and everything. So I'm gonna get that framed where they write it all out, and then it's I came with the sports nonsense and whiskey crew. So that was super cool. Excited to get that framed and put it up here. I don't know where it's gonna go yet, but really great game for my second ever official NFL game. I really don't count the preseason, but I had a blast. So recommend. Would love to go see another Seahawks game at Lumen. 10 out of 10.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So
I think I also now have more Seahawks gear because of all the free crap we got than Broncos stuff. So that really needs to get changed and fixed. So that's on the agenda for Christmas. We'll get there after I recover from this trip. But yeah, that's gotta work on that.
So transitioning to the NFL, there's some big news that happened today. Caleb, why don't you tell the people what happened?
The Giants made yet again another mistake while trying to correct their previous mistakes, and fired their head coach and kept their GM.
Again.
And as more of this comes out, turns out they didn't want to even tell their GM they were going to fire the head coach because they knew he would be influenced and didn't want to go down that road. So they fired him and then told him that he gets to pick the next head coach.
Which means they like him. Somehow it wasn't his fault how shitty the Giants are.
Dude. I said it today on the socials, but this is like Chicago, man, where they keep making these terrible mistakes and somebody else makes a bigger mistake or a same level of mistake at the wrong time that completely bails them out of their awful choices. Like Chicago, I've gone down that road before. You really want to talk with me about it? Message us. I will go down the list of how Ryan Poles is not a good GM in the slightest and completely lucked into basically everything they have right now. Sheen's kind of looking the same way, man. I cannot imagine Sheen was the guy who picked Dart. That feels like it was fully Dayball and then convinced Sheen to go with it. Scat shouldn't have fallen as far as he did. Like, that was ridiculous. Everybody knew it. They lucked out there. Getting Abdul Carter. Getting the extra picks. Like, keep looking at the situations and you're like, how?
Mm-hmm.
The draft picks you do make that you didn't luck into have not worked out well. The free agent signings, I don't know how Sheen kept his job. No clue. So good luck to the Giants. I mean, it's going to be, as far as what you get to work with on the field, it's going to be a very intriguing job, and you're going to get a lot of top candidates that will want to be working with that group. I mean, you got Neighbors and Scat coming back next year. You're going to have draft picks to fix the offensive line. The defense should be playing a lot better based on the talent that's on the field. So new defensive coordinator should fix that too. I mean, there's a lot there. I wouldn't be excited about who I'm going to be working with, because who I'm going to be working with has shown some incompetency, I think, is a kind way of saying it. So that I wouldn't feel good about. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be thrilled if I was a Giants fan right now. I wouldn't be bummed because there's renewed hope. But boy, the missteps seem to be the common.
If I'm a Bills fan, I'm like, please, Sean McDermott, screw up in the playoffs again. Let's bring Brian DeBall home because he'll make an MVP out of Josh Allen again. Like, he got Josh Allen playing some of his best football.
Yeah, but I think their current offensive coordinator has been just as good, if not maybe better. So,
nah.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think Joe Brady's that good.
I think Brady's very good. You got to remember, he's also the guy who worked with Joe Burrow at LSU, and Joe Burrow had a massive year.
I mean, anybody can have a massive year when you've got Chase and Jefferson, and they had another guy that was there as like the fourth guy, and Joe Burrow.
I'm just saying that Joe Brady's a very good OC. I think he's just as good as Dayball. I don't think Dayball is a good head coach at this point in time. Now, is it all on him? No. I think the GM should be taking at least 50% of the blame, and he's not. So we'll see what happens. You bring up Buffalo, though, like, that's on Bean. Like, what weapons has he given that offense to truly work with outside of Cook? So, there's some GMs around the league who people praise, and I don't entirely agree with, and there's others that, maybe people downplay as being good, but they keep putting up solid teams. It goes back to that old saying that people are like, oh, you're just an armchair quarterback, or you're sitting on the couch. You should be GMing. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, dude, like, if you look around the league in all sports, at least 50% of the dudes who have the jobs of making these decisions don't know what they're doing. And bringing some random fan off the couch wouldn't be any worse than what you're paying some of these dudes to do. So those are one of the comments I hate the most, because there's a lot of dudes doing a really bad job in keeping their job to do it.
So what Caleb is saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that hire me, pay me lots of money, and I'll make you a championship team. That's what I hear.
I can't do worse. And I'll come at a huge discount. I will save your franchise a lot of money, I promise you.
I think you would. Caleb. So let's move on to who. There was something they were talking about this morning on Good Morning Football that I did want to ask Caleb. Right now, is there any team in the NFC that you're scared of? If you were a team in the NFC and you were going to have to play them in the playoffs, is there one team that you're scared of?
Pink, I'll take it a step further. There's not one team in the NFL right now. I think there are a lot of really good teams, but I think all teams have shown at this point in the season that they have some very evident flaws. And none of those flaws seem to be something that the teams are going to correct at this point. They're going to have to live with it and kind of, live or die by whatever that flaw is, and hope it doesn't hurt them. Hope they get the right matchup, whatever it may be. So I'm glad this is the question, because it's something I was thinking about a lot here after this weekend's games. And I really don't think there's one true dominant team. I think there are a lot of really good teams that all have a flaw that would be their issue if another team can capitalize on it.
I think in the NFC, I'm still scared of the Lions. On a given day, I think the Lions can put up points on anybody. The defense is their concern, right? Their defense is totally their concern. Oh man, I'd love that. I don't think the Broncos have the offense to make it happen. They would need the right matchups, big time.
The offense is so inconsistent with Denver. That's a problem. But I could argue that based on Denver's defense, the Pats don't have the horses on the outside to get it done. I know the receivers have been looking well. I know Drake May's been playing well. But if you go look at who they played and the secondaries they played against, it isn't exactly world beaters. That's what Denver actually has in spades, is their defense and the different ways that they can match up and go at people. I think Patriots, their run game is what kind of allows them to get away with that a little bit. Their defense has been playing really solid and not making mistakes, but it's kind of a bend, don't break at this point. You know how I feel about bend, don't break defenses. I think that is a coin flip in the playoffs.
They typically bend and they end up breaking eventually.
So, yeah, geez, I can't.
I like where your mind's at, though, Jamar. I like where your head's at.
Pinky would love that.
I would love it.
Jamar, who's got home field advantage in that situation? Give us that little tidbit. Who you got with home field advantage in that situation? Because that could very easily decide the game.
I think I know.
The Lions, I think that defense is suspect, Pinky.
It is
suspect
for sure.
And that's their big weakness. That offense, yeah, it can hang points on people. And Dan Campbell taking back over play calling duties.
Oh my God.
Hello, offense awoke again. Like, that was a good call by the head coach. But boy, that defense is suspect. And we all know, and I hate when you bring this up, but there's truth to it that has to be recognized, especially come playoff time. If you continuously pressure Jared Goff, he has issues getting the ball to the weapons. And there are some teams on that side of the bracket that would be able to put pressure up the middle, which gets him off platform and doesn't allow him to make those reads. So that could be a serious issue for Detroit. Like Philly, how much more inconsistent can you get as a team?
Oh my gosh.
On both sides of the
seriously.
ball. But you have so many weapons and so much talent, you can just kind of walk your way through it every week somehow. Green Bay. I know a lot of people are down on Jordan Love. I will not sit here and claim that he's not without blame. But to go back and look at the tape, and them receivers are doing him no favors. There is a play where Christian Watson starts playing defense on the defensive back, looking like he's going to break up a really bad thrown and interception. The defender is in front of Christian Watson. Then there's Christian Watson, and the ball hits Christian Watson in the back of the helmet. What? Catch the ball. Instead of playing defense, you're a wide receiver. Catch. So Green Bay, that offense, and specifically the pass catchers, and Jordan Love right now are not anywhere close to on the same page. Jordan Love doesn't look like he's playing good football. And when that defense can't play from ahead, it has issues playing from behind. So, again, let's just go down the yeah, man, I don't know. What do you think? Where do you stand outside of the team, obviously, you just mentioned in Detroit?
I mean, the two teams in the NFC out west, the Rams and the Seahawks, they do have some issues, but they can play some really good defense.
Good.
They can play some really good defense. And Matt Stafford right now, I mean, we're probably going to chat about it in a moment, but he's in that MVP conversation for show. Like, he's lighting it up, man.
Dude, I think I saw the last 6 games. He's thrown 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
Diabolical.
Dude.
What?
I mean, let's be honest. When they can run the football, and you got Puka and Devontae, who both have different skill sets, and if you protect Stafford right now,
yeah, I think it also just shows Stafford's really good. He's a really good quarterback.
Tom Brady was giving him flowers. Like, that interview was pretty cool.
you could almost argue that Stafford's playing some of his best football of his career right now.
Absolutely, you could. And we thought at the beginning of the season we were hesitant to say good things because we thought that back was going to be a legit issue.
He's broke.
Turns out he was just old and didn't want to do the preseason.
He's like, I got a back issue, guys. No preseason.
Call it a back thing.
No
Say
two-a-days
sciatica
for
if
me.
you want. I don't care. Just whatever LeBron's got that's keeping him out. I'll do the same thing for a minute.
Not for the Good golly.
But yeah, looking really good.
Okay. Pats and Broncos, 8-2, leading the AFC. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
The Broncos don't deserve it, but it's
Your
fine.
record is you are what you are, bro.
I know.
They've got issues. Everyone's got issues, like Caleb said. But at the end of the day, it's all about W's. You got to stack W's. However you get there.
Thank you, Broncos defense.
The Broncos are going to need to pull some of their games out down the stretch to make sure that they win that division and host a playoff game versus going on the road. So, and they better hope J.K. Dobbins' foot gets healed up because they're going to need him down the stretch as well.
Yeah.
I mean, do they? Sean Payton seems allergic to my dude. 5 yards a carry, and they're like, how about you get 12 to 15 touches a game?
You know what he's addicted to? Those screen passes that Pinky loves so much.
Oh, I hate him. I hate Sean Payton so much for running those plays every week and they don't work. I hate him.
Like, you know what sounds
You let
good?
me know when you
Another
want to trust
screen.
my opening week eye and your seasons will start being a lot less painful.
There's a lot of things they can do. He's just being too stubborn.
Very, very. Yep.
He's got there's things that he can do to make this easier on the team as a whole on offense, and he's not doing it.
I told you, man. I don't know how else to explain it. He's calling plays to set up plays, not to set up schemes. Like 4D chess on a regular chessboard. There's a lot of analogies you can use, but it's just not like.
But Patriots
crazy.
Patriots are in good position, Jamar.
Drake May might be the MVP also. Like we just talked about Stafford. Drake May is doing things that Tom Brady never did wearing that uniform. Just to put that into perspective. I know we've said that once before, but he's doing things now that nobody's done.
That dude
70% completion percentage, over 2,500 yards. I can't remember the TD to interception ratio. Like, he is balling. And like Pinky said last week or the week before, like Drake May is who he would pick now out of that draft if he could go back and redo. Wouldn't be mad at that at all. He just looks really good. And then you pair him up with Josh McDaniels, and I'll say it again. This looks like Patriots Dynasty 2.0 in the sense that you've got Josh McDaniels as the OC, working with a young quarterback. And I know Brady wasn't young at the time, but working with a young quarterback who's got what appears to be all the skill sets to make every throw on the field and process quickly. I don't think Brady ever gets enough credit for how quickly he was able to process a defense and make the right read. Drake May's doing that. And then to have the ability to make the perfect throw to wide receivers who would be 3 or 4s on a lot of other teams, but are year 1s and 2s. And that has been the Patriot way for a couple decades to win Super Bowls. And it looks like the exact same thing again. Absolutely wild. Pinky, you talk about this one first. This is all you. Let me hear your thought first.
Yeah, I still believe.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of good stuff from him. He is clutch. Not all quarterbacks have the clutch gene. Bo Nix plays well in the clutch. Bo Nix plays well when I think the reins are off and he just has to go make plays. And again, I don't know what – I think one thing that we don't know, he hasn't used his legs much at all this season. Is that Sean Payton not letting – like trying to tell him stay in the pocket? These screen plays that have been awful. Somehow we don't get Cortland Sutton involved. Evan Ingram, like what are we doing with him at all? Like we don't have that dynamic tight end. Bo Nix can make the throws. He has had some issues with overthrows this year in certain cases, but then he's also had balls like right on the money. Second year guy, the offense he's trying to run is an offense that it will take a quarterback 5 years to master. He's in year 2. And that's one of the big issues is Peyton's trying to throw so much at him. We're doing so many combination of players. Every play we've got 3 or 4 new guys checking in versus just playing with the same squad every snap. That's hard stuff to like really figure out every time. So I'm still on the Bo Nix bandwagon. I don't believe any of the crap that's out there right now. I saw multiple times in the first half of that Raiders game, there were plays that were there to be made. A couple guys dropped footballs. A couple guys missed blocks. There was a lot of blame to go around. I still think Bo Nix has got it.
The Broncos offense is like bad jazz. Like every once again, you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, they are doing like, oh, no, wait, that's not. Yeah, no, they're on back. No, that's not.
Oh, that was a good note. That was a good note.
Yeah, like what do we? Oh, they are on beat. No, they're. Oh, they're all together. No, they're not. Like there's just something off all the time. So, see what happens. What do we got next?
Well, that MVP conversation, we had a little bit of that already. Drake May is absolutely in the conversation. Matt Stafford's in the conversation.
Drake May, Matt Stafford, Jonathan Taylor. I think those are your 3 front runners right now.
I'd still give it to Jonathan Taylor myself. I think the Colts would be awful without him.
It would be hard to argue against that, especially after what Daniel Jones has put on tape the last couple weeks.
If Jonathan Taylor is running the ball very well, the Colts are usually looking pretty good. Whenever a team is able to put him in check, the Colts offense struggles.
Is there anybody else out there that you think is in that conversation at this point, or is that where we're at now? Is Patty Mahomes still floating around the outside of that conversation? He's playing good football this year.
He is playing good football. I have him in fantasy, so I do know he's playing good football. I don't think Patty Mahomes is there yet. By the end of the season, could he be? Sure. I still think Mahomes and Allen are on the outside looking in right now. I think those three are the guys.
If Baltimore goes off and gets into the playoffs or wins the division, I mean, if they win the division, they're in the playoffs. If they win the division and Lamar finishes with some kind of ridiculous numbers even after missing some games, does he get in the conversation?
No, I think he missed too many games, in my opinion.
Fair. I mean, I like that. Those three right now, it would be hard to argue.
I think you could put our boy Sam Darnold in there as well.
I was hoping you were going to – I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but again, after this last week, wasn't the best game. Numbers weren't quite there either. Now, you can have a couple bad games throughout the season and still at the end have the record and the overall stats to be fine. But I was arguing for Stafford a couple weeks back. I think after this last week, those three kind of separated themselves a little bit from where he was.
Yeah, I think you can throw Dak out. He's not in that anymore. Sam Darnold's probably on that outside looking in. He needs another 1 to 2 games to really start to really put his name into that. But he's not far off. I think if you make an argument for a 7-2 Sam Darnold, I don't hate it.
I mean, that's your dude, so
that is my dude. I told you.
Surprised you're not on that bandwagon a little harder right now.
Since the beginning, since his USC days, I was on that bandwagon.
That's Pinky's caught a lot of shit over the last couple of years, trying to let people know the talent and what was available.
How does that make you feel, Caleb?
I'm happy for my guy being able to bring some true talent evaluation to the people if they would just listen. That's what I appreciate.
The guys love that. They wanted me to make that video so hard.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, man, I was laughing so hard watching that.
That was for you, buddy.
And then just seeing your sly little grin trying its hardest not to show itself.
Amazing.
I smile when I lie, so.
It was good.
I can never lie to my wife. It's awful. It's a horrible trait to have when you're a married man.
Yeah.
Well, that's the MVPs. I think I would take Jonathan Taylor right now as my MVP. He won't win it, but he'd be my MVP right now.
Yo, I mean, if they keep winning and they're 1 or 2 seed in the AFC by the end of this season, I would not be surprised if the voters were like, you know what? We probably should have gone Saquon last year. We got an opportunity to kind of set the record straight and not show people it's not just a quarterback award. I could see it. And he's going to be like, Saquon didn't get the rushing record, right? And that was kind of the big push. If he had gotten that, things might have been different. Jonathan Taylor has potential to be close to the 2,000-yard mark and possibly break LT's overall touchdown season record. If he does that, I think he has a very legit argument for being MVP.
Excuse me. All right. F1. Tell the people, Robert.
Oh my gosh. The amount of excitement I had, it was bad. It was bad. So, being that we're on vacation, I got to watch all the qualifying, the practice races. Of course, got to get Andy into it since he never gets a chance. Pinky got to hear it verbally from me shouting about it.
My wife is like, can he tone it down?
No.
Nobody should get this excited about going around in a track.
Well, here we are.
We do.
We do. So, the sprint race, absolutely diabolical, crazy, chaotic, Piastri fucked it up, and I could not thank him more. Could not be more appreciative of that. Man, so Norris has now extended his lead by 33 points with the win and the sprint race win. Max is an absolute legend. He did, and Caleb, I don't know if I sent this to you or if you know this yet, but he is out of all the places on the grid, including the pit lane, he has finished on the podium 17 times from 17 different positions. That blows my mind.
Yeah, Max is really good.
Max is awesome. And I mean, Mercedes definitely came out with some defense strategies this weekend, and that was great. Kimi definitely held his own, was consistent all weekend with P2 in the sprint, finished in second in the Grand Prix. I know it's maybe taking Russell off just a little bit because he was kind of somewhat in a mathematical equation chance of winning a championship, but it's great to see Kimi as a rookie doing better and better each race, and adjusted for inflation, he comes nowhere near what Lewis did in his first year as a rookie. But
Glad you said it. I didn't want to have to read all. I mean, you want the exact stats? I can throw up the exact.
It's like people, 230 points or whatever.
Let's just. You brought it up. I just want to make sure
please.
We don't hide our bias, right? But we still try to be as objective as possible.
Completely.
I heard people throwing around this. Kimi is the best rookie ever now, and it's the greatest rookie season. Like, okay.
No,
okay.
It's not. No, it's not.
Adjusted points as a rookie, if they all use the points ranking system of 2025, Lewis Hamilton's rookie year, he would have had 265 points to Kimi's 122. And Villanueva would have had 226 to Kimi's 122. And then just because I heard this, I was like, guys, like, it's a good season by a rookie, but let's not keep things into perspective, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that great of a season.
Rookie seasons. Kimi had 0 wins. Well, still a couple races left, but he has 0 wins, 2 podiums, and he's currently ranked 7th in points overall. Hamilton had 4 wins. Kimi had 0, Hamilton had 4 as a rookie. He had 12 podiums to Kimi's 2. 109 points back in the old ranking system where only the top 8 got points, and you got less points per that positioning than they get now.
Yeah.
Right? And he finished 2nd overall. Like, there's not a comparison.
There's no
there shouldn't
comparison.
be a comparison. Look, Kimi's a nice rookie, and he's having a really good season driving with Mercedes and Russell as his teammate. They'll be able to run it back next year, build on that. It's good for them. They've had some help in the Constructors' Cup standings with the nightmare that has become Lewis Hamilton's living.
Oh, my God.
For someone who wanted to drive a Ferrari as his dream,
it's a nightmare.
It has devolved into the most epically bad situation you could ask for.
So bad.
I've yet to hear Hamilton or Leclerc come out and truly say anything negative in a truly bad way against the team. But when you have the team principal come out, I want to make sure I have this quote exact.
Oh, yeah, that. Oh, gosh. And then did you see the Leclerc and Hamilton's response?
In F1, we have mechanics who are always the first in executing pit stops. We have engineers who work to improve the car. We need drivers who think more about Ferrari and less about themselves.
Absolutely ruthless. Absolutely ruthless and uncalled for.
But is it the truth?
No. You want to know why?
Not.
Because here's the next set of facts I've got for you. And that was from team principal John Elkin. Under him, 8 seasons, 160 races, 15 wins, 0 championships, 3 victoryless seasons. They have had, and I don't have the exact stat, shoot, I apologize, but they've had a ridiculous amount of talent drive for them in those 8 years. A ridiculous amount.
Carlos Sainz.
And they have done nothing. And the principal is now coming out to tell the drivers, shut up and drive, basically. And these are two of the best drivers on the grid. One of them is arguably the best driver in the history of Formula One. And apparently Ferrari doesn't want to listen to anything these guys have to offer that could possibly improve the situation.
Not to mention, and I know this is kind of driving a little, maybe the stake a little too hard, but consistently this season, Leclerc has finished above Hamilton on more than one occasion. So there's a lot of disconnect over there. So I'll be curious to see what Ferrari brings next season, because at this point it's all there's nothing for them.
Well, a lot of people thought it might be, and maybe I'm not using those terms right. Sorry, Formula One fans, still learning lingo. I might have just missed that. Principal might be who's the old guy?
It wasn't him. It was I think it's the president.
Right, but the principal is like the guy who's like calling the races and stuff, right? That's the team principal. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah,
is the old guy Viettel or whatever his name is?
Yeah, that guy.
Is that the Ferrari team principal, and this is like the president of Ferrari or whatever?
Yeah, the person who that quote that you just quoted is the person above the principal.
Okay. So thank you. I'm glad I thought about that. So yeah, the fact that dude, like, because I know a lot of people were thinking that and I can't remember the old guy's name. I apologize, but I know a lot of people thought.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, I know a lot of people thought he was the issue, and Hamilton and the engineers and Leclerc, and turns out no, it comes from the top down, like all the way from the top down. It's a mess.
Brad Vasseur.
Hey, what?
Brad Vasseur.
Yes.
Vasseur.
Yes. Ferrari is the Dallas Mavericks of F1.
Oh, wow.
For fans from other sports that don't watch F1, to relate it so you can kind of understand what we're discussing.
Are they the Mavericks or are they the Cowboys?
They're the Mavericks. Because they're trying to constantly get rid of their talent and not listen to it. Jerry likes bringing in talent for the show, and they at least win something. Ferrari obviously is not winning anything. So, scary future going forward for Ferrari. Now, over at McLaren, Pinky, you know I have no problems kind of talking myself up a little bit. I got a little bit of confidence in me. You also know I'm pretty good at eating my crow, and I'll admit defeat when it needs to be discussed. I don't have a problem doing that, I would think. I'm a pat myself on the back and give Robert a high five, because we've been on the same boat since basically race one. I think after this weekend, and I don't care, I'm still learning. I know that people have agreed with us before. I think it's more evident now. Lando is the better driver. It's not Piastri. McLaren was not favoring Lando. They played their cards about as even as you possibly could, in my mind. And Piastri has gotten to the point now where either he can't take the pressure, or driving on the edge for him finally caught up and he can't keep it that way for a full season. But I think it's safe to say Lando is the better driver now, and he is, at this point, the front runner for the Drivers' Championship. Now, the cool thing is Max is still mathematically within range to win the Drivers' Championship, and I saw a stat, Robert, that this is how he gets it done. Lando has to DNF next race in Vegas. And then Piastri has to finish, I think it was third or worse. Maybe it was fourth or worst.
Okay.
And then Max has to win the sprint and the next race in Abu Dhabi.
That's the final. That's
the final. Wherever the next race is, and then he has to win Abu Dhabi.
Next race is Vegas.
He has to win the last 4 races.
3.
The last 3 races plus the sprint. Right? So there's 4 races that you can get points at is what I'm talking about.
Well,
3 races in the
yes.
sprint. You get 8 points for winning the sprint, I think it is.
Yes.
So he does that. And then DNF from Lando, 3rd or 4th or worst from Piastri. And then I think it's the other 2 could just finish 2nd and 3rd. Lando and Piastri, 2nd and 3rd the next 2 races, and Max wins them. He would end up the driver's champion. So it's not actually that far out of reach to think it's impossible,
happen.
which is crazy.
It can happen.
Yeah, because we see what happens at the front of that grid. And if
we want this to happen.
If Lando doesn't win the polls, I mean, honestly, and you get stuck in some of this traffic, as we've learned, this season has almost been a race to the turn 1. The amount of turn 1 chaos has been a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's that far out of the question.
Chaos.
Now, Lando is in the lead, and he's got a bit of a cushion now. So it's going to be interesting to see how these final 3 races play out. Vegas is the night race. That's always a super cool situation through the city. So it'll be fun.
Which, by the way, Pinky is at 9 p.m. our time. My father will not be awake. So we will be watching it. I don't know where, but we'll be watching it together. So
we have to talk about Max Verstappen, literally
coming from
starting from the worst spot you can come from. And
second to worst spot, right? Wasn't there somebody behind him in pit lane?
Yeah, I believe it was one of the Sauber cars.
Yeah, I think, but still terrible.
Regardless,
up to 3rd and had. I mean, there was a moment there
from
where,
a car he couldn't even drive.
According to him, it was a bad car.
Yeah, he couldn't even This is the first time since 2006 that 2 Red Bulls did not finish in the first qualifier. That is crazy.
So bad they changed his engine. That's why he started in pit.
Right. And not to mention, speaking of changing engines, Caleb, I'm so glad you brought that up. So that announcement that I sent in our group chat today is actually for the announcement that Ford is now going to be supplying the Red Bull F1 teams, both V-Carb and Oracle, with engines going forward.
Not Mercedes?
Not Mercedes. They are going to be running Ford engines.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is that good?
I don't know. I don't know enough yet. I don't know enough yet to know enough yet, you know? I mean, McLaren's running Ferrari engines, aren't they?
No. I believe it's Honda.
Oh, I think you might be right there. But yeah, it makes no sense. Why every team isn't running their own engine platform is always wild to me.
Oh, no, it's a Mercedes engine.
McLaren's also Mercedes?
Yeah.
Who runs? Do you have a list of who runs what, real quick?
I'll need to find one.
Just F1 team engine suppliers. Because it's wild, Pinky. Listen to this. Because I know this wasn't something you were aware of. It's not every team makes their own engine. There's 4 suppliers that everybody buys from. So the fact that you see such differences from teams running the same power plant shows you how much additional engineering can play with the overall performance of a car. It's crazy to me.
Ferrari supplies Ferrari, Haas, and Sauber.
Okay.
Honda supplies Red Bull, both Red Bulls. Mercedes, McLaren, and Williams. And then Renault supplies Alpine.
And then next year you got Cadillac coming in, and they're not supplying their own engine next year, I don't think.
Correct.
I can't remember who Cadillac's going with, but it's not Ford. Ford's a new supplier of engines starting next year.
Mm-hmm.
Who's all going to run a Ford engine next year? Does it tell you that?
This Ford announcement just came out today, so I haven't seen anything else yet.
Okay. Dang, that's crazy. Red Bull's going to run with a 4 power plant. Huh?
Cadillac's going to enter the season with a Ferrari engine, but its own GM power unit is planned for 28 and 29.
I knew they had their own coming. They need the testing still.
And then do keep in mind that Audi is also going to be coming back and replacing Kick Sauber, so that's going to change a lot of things too.
Yeah, for sure. Look, for anybody that might be trying to poo-poo on the American engines, I'm going to tell you right now a couple things. The GT40 is a real thing, Ferrari. Eat it and deal with it, okay? Also, Cadillac, I believe, was General Motors, which is going to be who's doing Cadillac engines. At one point was the primary supplier for the base model for NASCAR engines.
Mm-hmm.
So neither of these power plant manufacturers, I don't know what else to call them, are new to high performance engine building, right? And obviously Ford's still involved in NASCAR heavily. But I think these engines and suppliers, you might be surprised who looks at switching over to them moving forward. Haas being another American team, it would not surprise me if they end up going with Ford as well. But we'll see. Maybe they go with Cadillac's engine when that pops out, being an American supplier, General Motors. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see what happens next year.
The rule changes coming in the next few years are going to be crazy.
Rule changes, new car, another team to the grid. I mean, it's just going to be awesome. And I'm not going to get to watch any of it. It's going to be so cool.
Well, it's a good thing that you have friends who may, work that out for you.
I know. But as far as the facade that we're going to put on TV, right? I'm just going to...
So no, F1 awesome. Was super happy that Kimi took second in the Grand Prix. That was definitely super exciting. Being a big Mercedes fan and already coming into this and getting a rookie that I get to follow and things, it was awesome. So loved that. Enjoyed getting to make Pinky and Hannah suffer through my excitement and enjoyment over F1, because we were even at the tailgate party and I was watching the race while they were getting their face paint and everything done. I was like, I cannot stop watching this race because stuff's happening. Stuff is happening. So no, 10 out of 10. This was definitely one of the best races of the year for me. So definitely is in my top 5 of the year. Looking forward to see what the next few races will hold, especially when we get to Vegas in 2 weekends.
Yeah, dude.
So now, I don't have any other F1 stuff to go over. Caleb, I don't know if you have any other F1 stuff to go over. I have some good nonsense to discuss.
All right, let me holler at this college football. I won't even make it a conversation. We'll just throw out basically the topic to allow people to riff off of if they want to.
Do it.
Because we haven't discussed much college football and we needed 2 more, but that's okay. Real quick, I think we are down to I think it's a 3-horse race for the Heisman at this point. I think you're looking at Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana. You're looking at Julian Sayin out of Ohio State, and you're looking at Ty Simpson out of Alabama. I think those 3 have separated themselves from everybody else. There'll be a couple other names that people may try to squeeze in there, but I think those 3, and then from there we'll see what happens. Fernando Mendoza had his Heisman moment over the weekend with that throw to Penn State, and that was one of the greatest catches I have ever seen in the back of an end zone. That dude was touchdown on Sunday.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Saturday.
And
so,
Caleb, I did see this, and I did want to talk about this with you. While yes, that catch was phenomenal, but let's give a shout out to that official who, if you watch the slow-mo, his whole face turns down and he's watching them feet. Like, incredible body processing moment. That awesome. Freaking awesome.
Glad you said that, because I was going to mention the similar. That's why I brought up the catch specifically right the way I did, because I've seen a couple other people comment and give the ref credit as well. A lot of people like to shit on officials. I can understand why in a lot of situations.
Hey, this man!
But, man, was that official in the perfect position to make that call, and then he made the right call. So, kudos to you, good sir. Brian Kelly and LSU, what a mess. They are now saying that they haven't officially released him so that they can try to figure out a way to fire him for cause and not have to pay out his buyout because Brian Kelly didn't want to negotiate for a lesser dollar amount. And honestly, if I'm being honest, Brian Kelly deserved to go, but good for him. I wouldn't ask to take less money. You guys put it in the contract for a reason, so pay me. now. You let me go. Pay me. That situation is developing quickly. The ridiculous bias that exists, which is, I understand, right? I get it. I'm not mad at the bias. It's one of the things that makes college football so awesome. But dude, preseason polls got to go. Coaches talking about their league as if their league is the only league that existed because they know how much it benefits them if the competition they played looks better in the grand scheme of the college football playoff rankings. So they will completely build themselves and their league up to bash everybody else and not try to be objective in any shape, way, or form. And a lot of that is because of the preseason polls that if you had a name next to you, a number next to you before the season started, you're in way better shape than if you didn't. Instead of honestly assessing the talent on the field. I've said it before, there are enough metrics out there for the CFP to do a ranking with their first ranking and not have any of these previous polls involved. No coaches poll, no AP poll. Coaches are insanely biased. I just talked about it. The AP poll has proven to be an absolute joke, and that was made evident this year when a couple people came out, specifically that female reporter, who basically just said she's coin flipping. She's picking based on mascot names. Who's scarier? Like, I don't care what your thought process was. She obviously made it a joke and didn't care what she was doing. How many others are doing the same thing? Or voting and have no clue what they're actually voting on because they're not watching the games. They're not paying attention. They don't have a true baseline to judge from. So get rid of them. It's a ridiculous, antiquated way to go about deciding who's better. There's a lot more to discuss. College football is off the chains right now. But yeah, I think we can end there, and let's get a little nonsense, my guy. What do you got for us this evening?
So I'm going to keep this spoiler-free. Pinky has not gotten a chance to see it. Predator Badlands, phenomenal. Throw some respect on Dan Trachtenberg's name. 3 back-to-back bangers. Developing a universe. Cannot recommend it enough. Pinky, we need to figure out a time to go. I will happily go with you again to see it. So bro,
I would have gone yesterday afternoon, but
you were dead.
I was dead.
It's okay.
I think I still made the right decision though. I didn't go to the movie with you. It was still a good decision.
Yes, it was a great decision. No, you made the right choice, my man. You made the right choice. So again, we'll figure out this week, next week, sometime soon.
Got to see Running Man too, so
that comes out not this weekend, next weekend. So we'll figure that out.
I'm pretty confident this weekend.
Even I know.
Oh wait, you know what? You're right. Because it comes out the weekend before my.
Even this guy knows that. Get on board. I expect more from you, Robert.
I'm putting it off because my dad is coming to see it.
1 4-day weekend vacation. This guy forgets all his marbles somewhere.
Well, listen, this is a movie that I don't know how I'm going to do this. I may see it.
What else were you doing in Seattle, good sir, that caused you to not remember such things?
Oh man, having a great time. Things that cannot be shared on there.
Yeah.
No, I keep thinking because I'm seeing The Running Man with my dad. Like, that is one of his favorite books, so that's what's in my mind. And I'm like, next weekend is when he gets here. We're going to see it next weekend. So, no, you are right. It does come out Friday. My mistakes. Ping, I don't know if I'm going to watch this with you this weekend or if I'm going to have to wait till next weekend. We'll
I haven't seen the Arnold version in a long time. How bad does it not hold up still?
Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, I still love it, but it's probably...
Well, yeah, but that's
classic.
Because it's a B...
It's a classic.
BC, whatever you want to call it, from the 80s that we all like. That's
but
right up there
good.
with any Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, any Steven Seagal flick, like there's a list there that you could be like, yeah, those are like if it's on TV, that's an instant sit down and I'm going to be happy I finished watching that.
Yep. So
oh man, Now You See Me, Now You Don't comes out next weekend too. Or this weekend, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good movies. I'll go see that. I just can't. I don't know if I can go see The Running Man with you. I need to save that for my dad. So.
That is probably going to be really good. Which reminds me, once again, we are getting robbed by not having a National Treasure 3.
Yes.
Not yet.
There's rumor. I'll keep you posted, Caleb.
Also, side note, sorry, then you can go back to your nonsense, but I know you'll love this. Saw an interview today, and I don't know how old it is. I don't know if it was recent. I think it was recent, but it was Josh Gad on The Late Show talking about Spaceballs 2.
No, it's probably now. He's in the middle of filming it. And
I know, but
been doing some things,
he didn't say anything about it, but he talked about how it came to be. And I thought I wanted to tell you about this. If you've heard it, fine. If for those of you that haven't, I'll give a quick iteration. But he got to the point where he decided to start showing his daughter, who he said was like 9 at the time, 8 or 9 at the time, all his favorite movies of Mel Brooks, because he loves Mel Brooks. And so he sat her down and started playing a bunch of them. And they got to Spaceballs and she watched them. She goes, "That's great. So let's watch number 2." And he goes, There's not a... She goes,
History of the World Part 1, like there's not a Part 2.
He promised at the end that there, God willing, merchandise, and there's going to be... He goes, "Yeah, sorry, honey, there's not a Part 2. She goes, "Why not?" He goes, I don't know. He said, "I went to bed that night, and you have those moments where, like, all of a sudden you see everything. Like, the script is written in your head. You see the whole story. I had it. I sat down, and I put it all together the next morning, and I called Mel Brooks, and I pitched it to him. And Mel Brooks' response was, "Josh, I've been waiting 35 years for this phone call." And I heard that, and it instantly made me feel like this is going to be epically good.
Yep.
And I'm so excited for Spaceballs 2.
I've got major... we'll finish this tangent and then we'll go back. But I've got major respect for Josh Gad as a nerd. I mean, he's a huge Star Wars fan, a huge Mel Brooks fan. I love him. He's been in some of my favorite comedies. Major respect. Josh Gad, I appreciate you and everything that you're doing to get this movie. So, thank you, sir. So, anyway, Pinky, Running Man, Now You See Me, yes. We've got a couple of good movies coming out here now. And then we've got Avatar coming out, which will have the first Avengers trailer in it. So, that'll probably be the only reason why I go see that, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean, the weather wasn't bad. It just wasn't great.
Listen, we'll take apart the Avatar movies on a different show. That won't happen tonight.
That'd be fun.
So anyway, for movies that and things that I will be catching up on and will re-reporting back on is Frankenstein is getting major respect from Guillermo del Toro, and I cannot wait to finally watch this movie. Very little digital CGI effects. Everything you see down to the actual ship is real. So I have done my best to avoid as many videos, recaps, reviews, pictures, because everything I've seen already, I'm hooked. I loved the original novel by Mary Shelley. So Jacob looks fantastic in the makeup. I from everything that I have heard and from my friends who have kept it very, very high level, it's going to be phenomenal. So really looking forward to getting that review. Pinky, I'm sure you'll get around to watching it at some point. We'll figure that out. So definitely hyped for that. And then I am excited for this project Vince Gilligan just put out on Apple TV. Multiple reviews are calling it one of the best TV pilot episodes ever. So
what's the show?
It's called Pluribus. It's from the guy who did Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, but it is now a very different show. It's sci-fi-esque. I haven't gotten into it. I just know from everything that I've seen that this has become a overnight
like
hit.
Horror or like thriller or like just
sci-fi
a cool show?
Thriller. Sci-fi thriller is everything I've come to understand, but it is getting major respect. Vince is trying to plan it for 4 seasons. Season 2's already confirmed, but the episode itself right now and the season so far is sitting and holding at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So that is something that I will be probably watching starting this evening, and we'll be reporting back next week on where I think this will go.
Well,
but
why don't we just all watch it? Or wait, Caleb, do you have Apple?
Caleb doesn't have Apple TV.
It's the only thing I don't have.
Which is why he was saying earlier he can't watch F1 because now F1 will be on Apple TV.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get you, Caleb. We'll figure it out, man. But so yes, Pluribus is getting rave reviews. Even has some of the cameos from the Breaking Bad cast. So looking forward to seeing more of that. and actually seeing what the show is about. So looking forward to some good TV.
Yeah, buddy.
And then Pinky, did you start Dairy? I've started it. I need to watch the most recent episode from Sunday night, but
I got to watch like 5 minutes, and then the wife came downstairs, and she just doesn't do horror. So
all right. Well, then we'll talk about that when you get the opportunity.
yeah,
So
it's a busy time for Pinky right now. Studying, going to the gym, doing sports. Like my ability to watch anything is really low.
that's fair. Yeah, I'm trying to find time for my own stuff. So with this vacation, I'm like, well, I gotta carve a couple days to catch back up, and then all will be well in the world. So.
And then
But,
I like
no.
sleep as well, so
Yeah, exactly. Sleep is important. So, but no, good. I'm excited for a bunch of the nerd stuff coming. I'm excited to get caught up on the nerd things I'm missing out on right now. And we'll definitely be having lots more to talk about next week for what I missed. So
Let's do it.
that's what I got. That's what I got, gents.
He's done, Caleb.
Caleb.
All right, well, then here we go. Couple things, comment as you like. We'll kind of run through this. I rewatched. I had seen it, but I could not remember it for whatever reason. Whenever I watched it, I wasn't into it. Not that I didn't like it. It's just one of those times where like maybe I had too much going on. I don't know. But I rewatched Dead Reckoning again. Mission Impossible 8.
The most recent movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Part 1. Because
part
two,
one. Got you.
I realized that I didn't remember the movie nearly as well as I thought I did when it got to the end. And like, you know how like you've seen a movie, but then you're like watching it and you're like, all right, I didn't remember this the way I thought I did. Because you remember like maybe the big things, but you didn't remember how the things got there, or little details that really matter that you forgot, right? Okay. That like happened, but I was like, all right, I remembered enough of this where I probably didn't need to rewatch this again. And then the ending happened, and I was like, no, I definitely needed to watch this again. I forgot about all of that shit. What the fuck? I was like, all right, where's the next damn movie? I need the next movie right now. That was really good.
You got my Fandango. You should be able to watch it.
Wait, the last one's out?
Yeah, bro, I already have it, and I've watched it multiple times.
Oh man, I am gonna have to do that.
Here, wait, I'm checking right now.
Dang, I will have to do that. I'm sitting here going, well, that'll be one in theaters I'll have to wait on, but you're telling me it's out already. That's how far behind I am with some stuff.
Oh, it is out. It is not on the one of the sites I gave you. So I'll just have to bring it to you or give you my Apple login, and then have
cool.
My Apple login.
Thank you. Because I definitely want to watch that now. God damn, I forgot how good that ending was and totally forgot about it. Watch the first episode of Gen V.
Oh, I need to do that.
We're going to start rolling through that now, the wife and I, and that's one of the shows she really does like, The Boys and Gen V and stuff. So we've started it. We will be burning through that now. So that's good.
That's my plan this week too.
I like where the first episode jumps off right away. So we definitely need to get that watched so we can discuss that, because Boys Season 5 will be coming out here before we know it, and we need to be on top of that. That needs to be weekly viewing.
Caleb, speaking of, because we brought it up last week, this is one thing I did forget until I just looked on my phone. We are getting a redo TV series of V for Vendetta, helmed by James Gunn. I don't know, but it's happening.
Oh,
it's happening. It's been confirmed.
Why is so many questions, so many concerns. Why is James Gunn doing it? Why is it a TV show? The movie was flawless. I don't think I like James Gunn with that source material based on what I've seen from him so far. Very interesting, but I'll be watching it. I'll definitely be watching it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because it's also Peter Safran doing it too.
Who's that?
So.
What else has he done? What would I know him from?
I believe he's pretty much like the the Robin to Kevin Feige of Marvel, basically.
Okay.
But so the other side of this, Caleb, and I really don't want to go down the rabbit hole tonight, but we can another day, is technically V for Vendetta is a DC comic. So.
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was like one of those, like, what is it, Dark Horse or whoever does Spawn. I thought it was an
Image.
Image.
Nope, they took over publishing it in the 80s.
Wow, I didn't know that was. I don't like that that's in the same universe, technically speaking, and James Gunn could be doing something. I don't like that at all. Interesting. Okay. I'll just wait and see. Oh boy.
But it was a part of like a different comic series like Image originally, but then it became a part of a DC property. So.
How do we feel about, and I can't remember, Robert, you can pull this up real quick, if it's a movie or a TV show. I feel like it's going to be a TV show.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
The greatest war movie ever created in the history of man, Starship Troopers.
Oh, doing more of it?
There's a remake coming.
Yeah. No, I'm game. If they can... And
from what I've read and heard, the movie completely went sideways from the source material in the book.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't read. I just think the movie is so incredibly amazingly done in so many awful ways that it is just quality peak cinema at its finest.
I mean, that's how I feel about Mortal Kombat. Honestly.
There was back in the day in high school and college, there was a restaurant I worked at as a assistant, a sous chef, a line cook, and kitchen cleaner. Kind of did all of them because it was just a small restaurant. It was the head chef, the owner, and then you in the back.
Right.
And he had a little 13-inch TV that he had up on a platform, basically up on the ceiling. And we had that going, and usually we're watching games. But if Starship Troopers was ever on, that automatically got put on above anything else unless it was a playoff game.
Right. So
you'd be sitting back there cooking and chilling out, hanging out, and Starship Troopers just playing. It was great.
And so it's from the reports and everything, it's supposed to be a more faithful adaptation of it. And I am a fan of the director.
Is it a new movie remake or is it a series?
No, it should be a movie.
Okay.
But the director Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9, Elysium, Chappie, Gran Turismo, he's helming it. So I have hope that it will be good, but it's not going to be like
District 9. I actually thought was pretty good. Not
District 9 is phenomenal. It deserves a sequel. It deserves a sequel.
I can't say I liked any of those other movies.
Gran Turismo was phenomenal.
I thought it was really slow. Really slow.
Oh, I love that movie. Chappie is a very unique film on its own. That's a weird movie. And Elysium, I enjoyed. I definitely thought it could have been better, but it wasn't bad. It's an older Matt Damon movie, and it doesn't. I don't think it holds up, in my opinion. But
I think there's a reason people don't talk about it.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't that great of a movie. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was great either. I'm not gonna go on my shelf and be like, oh yeah, it's not in my collection. So
yeah, I think that's about all you need to know. I think it's bad, Robert. I think the fact that we won't rewatch it says a lot about the movie itself. Like if that was on TV, I wouldn't even put that on to fall asleep to a nap.
Oh no,
I would rather go watch Home Baking Championship.
Put on the Food Channel, baby.
Over Elysium. Yeah, like I'd throw on the Food Channel over Elysium for sure.
I love that. That's hilarious.
It was not good. Not entertaining.
That's funny. But we'll see what happens.
Don't shake your head, Pinky. That wasn't Pinky approved. There's no way that movie's Pinky approved.
No, not at all. But still,
So, but we'll see. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I'm nervous, but also excited for the Avengers trailer in a couple weeks.
We got some cool stuff coming up. We got last big news I wanted to get your thoughts on, and I've been specifically not saying anything about this because I wanted to see your first reaction to this question.
All right.
I didn't want to just get the text information back.
Uh-oh.
Because I think the face is going to tell me a lot about what I need to know without you having to say anything.
Oh boy.
There are rumors that have started circulating such that I believe there is now fire, not just smoke, of George Lucas returning to Star Wars.
Yes, I've seen things. I don't know how valid they are or to what capacity.
Rumors such that we may get the actual sequel trilogy.
If they do that because of Ahsoka, I'm gonna be really pissed.
What do you mean?
Because why? Like we could have done it the first time and had no problems. We wouldn't have had to spend all that stupid money for crappy fucking films. Carrie Fisher's now dead, so we don't get anything out of that. Like,
oh, so that's why you would be mad because we couldn't quite get it the way we should have.
We could have done it the right way, and they fumbled it. They absolutely screwed it up.
Yeah, but there's still, based on what the idea was, it sounds like Maul Shadow Lord could very easily set up what we really want to see.
The amount of anticipation I have for this project is immense. I cannot wait for this TV series, and it needs to. I mean,
if there's anybody that you can know is there with you, it's this guy. It's this guy.
I would. Oh my gosh. I mean,
again, and I have informed the wife going forward. If she wants to watch Star Wars, she is more than welcome to. But I am no longer postponing my watching.
Yeah, you can't.
I won't do it anymore because I still haven't seen Andor. I still haven't gotten to talk to you and go through everything that is.
Dude.
And I know a lot of that's on me, but I tried to get it got to the point where I was so far behind, I tried to just jump forward and get current with you guys and had to leave that one to come back to later. And I know I'm almost there. I'm almost at the point where I can sit down and just binge it so that you and I can finally dive into it. I know it's been killing you that I haven't been, and I apologize immensely. That will never be a problem again with Star Wars. If there is anything that I will be on top of from now on.
I have one of our coworkers at work. He's like, Robert, what? Because I gave him he's like, what? Gave him my login. He's like, I want to watch a Star Wars show. I'm like, watch Andor. He's on season 2, episode 4 already, and he started it like a week and a half ago. And I'm like, get through it.
Has he never watched any Star Wars?
Oh yeah, no, he's a big Star Wars guy. He just hasn't gotten into any of the TV projects, so that's why he was asking.
So the next thing he's doing is Clone Wars, right? Like,
he won't. No, that he's not that big of a nerd to go that far down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, but see, that's what I keep trying to get people to understand. If they would just jump into it, it's not about being a nerd. It's if you're truly a Star Wars fan and you don't watch Clone Wars, the amount of quality Star Wars content you're missing is beyond really even being able to speak about.
I know.
The depths at which it builds that universe out for you and explains so many things is it's hard to even justify.
Oh, I know. I mean, one of my dreams is to get Pinky to actually watch Clone Wars.
I watched the first 2 seasons.
Those are you gotta. Mortis happens in season 3.
Jesus,
Mandalore doesn't even have
stopped. Like it only picks up from there.
Yeah, I would love to get Pinky through the whole.
And then look, coming from somebody who is a self-proclaimed Star Wars nerd like Robert, but had trouble, openly admitted, didn't have a problem admitting I had trouble getting into Rebels.
So good.
Once I got over the animation of it and just started watching for the storyline, dude, Rebels has some of the best storytelling in all of Star Wars content, period. So, like,
It justifies the
man.
very existence of Ahsoka.
Huh.
So good.
Huh.
So good. I'm ready for this Mandalorian movie in May. I took the day off already.
A lot of good stuff coming. On that note,
yeah.
final thoughts. Robert, lay it down.
Dude, spending time with family and everything, getting to see friends, I can't get enough of it. I loved it. Seattle was great. Getting to spend time with Pinky and the family. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Definitely one of my best trips I've ever had. Definitely an experience I wouldn't trade for the world. So got to do a lot of cool things that I never thought I'd get to say. So Pinky,
Love
I
that,
appreciate you,
dude.
homie. So thank you, man.
Pinky, final thoughts, good sir?
Well, yes to everything Robert just said. Family, football, food. Amazing. And then
Thank God. I was hoping this is where you would go.
John Cena, Grand Slam champion, baby. Let's go. Woo!
It's going to be interesting these next several weeks about what happens, Pink. I'm so there for it. I'm ready to get into it with you.
Pinky's about to be heading out on another trip here real soon. So we'll get some behind the scenes on that one too. Apparently, I'm part of a fan base now that is embroiled in a quarterback controversy. So, yay. Yeah, I can't even conversations. People.
Let's go, Cornhuskers.
I've heard a whole lot of you don't know ball over the last couple of days. Let's just say that.
Yikes.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, please listen to these two. If you get an opportunity to take a trip, go do something new, something different, explore, learn, build your world outside of your own world that it currently is, take advantage of it, especially if you're going to do it with your inner circle, family, loved one, friends. You know how we feel about that. Take advantage of those moments. Pinky, jump in real quick. Go.
You only live once.
The man is right.
You only get one chance to do it.
Do it. On that note, if you follow us, if you like our content, share our content, pass it along. The support means the world to us. If you followed us long enough, you know it's cliche, but we truly mean it. We are trying to do something different. Please, please, please like, follow, share, support any way you can. Till next week, hit us up. Let us know what you want to discuss. We're out.
Later.
Pinky in the building, reppin' orange and blue. Broncos country, yeah, you know how we do. Hot takes so wild, you remember the name. From college ball to the pros, Caleb spitting game. Robert here, the pop culture plug. From comics to racing, pour the drink in the mug. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, yeah, bold talk. Good laughs and a glass in the air. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, right? Kick back, tune in, take a wild side.